Home modified into one you can afford.
Please call 800-363-5958. That is 800-363-5958.
I'm Sophia Murphy at the Capitol in Lansing, only on WZMQ 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mitchell Reif. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, Dr. Brock Tessman's investiture was held earlier today. Tonight, hear from the newest president of Northern Michigan University and his glance at the future of the Northern community. Plus, as Escanaba's Players to Knock is gearing up for the next show in October, we'll hear from local businesses who helped make it all possible. And in Dickinson County, a local feed mill is dealing with the impact of drought. Tonight, hear from the staff who say some farmers are starting to have travel conflicts. Your 19 News starts right now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
In your first morning weather forecast, Ariane, we have some possible rain heading our way. How does our weekend kind of look?
Indeed we do, Mitchell. Yes, we have some possible showers this evening, maybe a thunderstorm or two, but I think we're going to see most of that overnight into our Saturday morning across the UP. Of course, it's going to start primarily in the west, and those showers and thunderstorms could linger on in our Sunday morning, but temperatures are definitely on the rise. We could be in those low 80s this weekend, even into next week. So some scattered showers expecting to start, like I said, early Saturday morning. I've got your full forecast after the break.
The Greater Ishpeming-Negaunee Chamber of Commerce has announced that the office will be closed until further notice. As a result of the closure, the 13th annual dinner that was scheduled for October 11th, Murder at the Mather, will be postponed. The GINCC says that a reopening date for the office and a new date for the annual dinner will be released as soon as it is finalized. There were no reasons given in the press release stating why it will be closed. And earlier today on Northern Michigan University's campus, an investiture was being held celebrating the new 17th president of NMU, Dr. Brock Tessman, and the new era of NMU. Dr. Tessman began his tenure as NMU's 17th president on February 1st, and earlier today he welcomed the campus with open arms. Around 124 student leaders were brought to the ceremony representing each year the university has been in existence. Even students from Graverette Elementary presented the Pledge of Allegiance. The newest president spent his time on stage speaking about the past presidents and the experience he would like to create at NMU. But he also stressed the importance of looking to our future as a campus and a northern community.
Someone who's normally overcome by a moment, I really enjoy that kind of thrill. And today was thrilling, but it's such a big day, and so there was a lot of reflection and a couple of moments where it felt a bit overwhelming. And I'll tell you, that's part of the magic of this kind of day. To be able to get up there and actually have the students up there was really special, and to be able to share the stage with some fantastic colleagues, it was an amazing day.
The investiture activities will end with President Tessman's Trail Run 5K and a 1-mile walk tomorrow, Saturday, September 30th. Registration and the kickoff begins at 9 a.m. and the event will start around 10 a.m. Escanaba's Player to Knock is gearing up for the next show in October, and WZMQ's Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has a look at how local businesses have helped to make it possible.
The Players to Knock cast and crew are hard at work rehearsing for the play that goes wrong at the Boniface Theater.
It is a fantastically hilarious production. It is exactly like its name. Everything could possibly go wrong with this show goes wrong with the show.
But the backdrop and props you see here weren't equipment Players to Knock already had when deciding to do the show. The play that goes wrong has many technical elements and literal moving parts required for its set.
It's all steel construction because pieces of it need to be able to come unhinged, to quote a line from the show. And of course, safety is paramount with the actors in mind, and the backstage crew.
Players to Knock did some research and learned a high school theater downstate in Rockford had produced the play that goes wrong last year and constructed its own set.
They built their set with the intent of renting it out after they were done with the production. So they took some extra time in the design, thought about how it could be portable and durable enough to be used theater after theater.
However, there were some concerns.
We had 450 miles between here and our set, so getting it here was going to entail quite a few expenses that Players Knock would have to incur.
And I said, oh, did we call any of the local carriers, who I happen to have worked with before retirement?
Enter Pike Transport.
Pike Transport graciously offered to haul the set for us, and will also haul it back down.
Pike Transport's crew also helped unload the set, ultimately saving Players Knock a significant amount of time, money, and resources, and contributing to the local arts.
This is exactly what community theater is all about. Supporting each other, and we couldn't be happier that Pike is one of our featured sponsors for The Play That Goes Wrong.
The Players Knock say The Play That Goes Wrong is one of the best they've ever put on, and encourage the community to come out and support the production.
It is hysterical slapstick farce, a laugh a minute. Just suspend all belief and just let it happen. I think they will really enjoy the show.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Escanaba.
And you can catch The Play That Goes Wrong October 6th through the 8th and 11th through the 14th. And tickets are available in person at the Boniface Arts Center, and you can visit WZMQ19.com to purchase tickets online. In Dickinson County, a local feed mill is dealing with the impact of a drought. Staff are saying some farmers are having to travel as far as 5 or 6 hours away just to keep their animals fed. They are assuming that smaller hobby farms are probably being hit the hardest, and say they have been getting numerous calls about their hay supply. In the past 2.5 years, the office manager says this year's supply shortage is the largest she's ever seen.
Like the small square bales here, we carry alfalfa and grass hay, and we've been out of both for about over a month now. A lot of people are traveling to like lower Wisconsin.
The feed store is uncertain when they'll be able to restock, and we'll hear comment from Senator Ed McBroom on the shortage tonight at 11:10 Central. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after the break. Plus, to mark this World Heart Day, doctors want to remind everyone that women's heart health is sometimes often overlooked. And later, the Upper Goddess slurry is back with a step-by-step process of canning tomatoes. That morning.
19 News is brought to you by Dan Perkins Construction.
When you put on a product this nice, you want to sing it from the rooftops. You know my roof's good looking, will last the rest of your life. Each day I go to work thinking, you know we're doing this right. Buy a roof for me and I think you'll see you'll be happy as a gherkin. 'Cause we do it right and we're really polite. Take it from me, Dan Perkins. You try rhyming something with Perkins.
Everybody all set? This ain't checkers, this is chess. You're about to play it with masters.
Oh, what a night it's gonna be.
It's gonna be awesome.
Sunday on CBS.
The biggest story in sports. Everyone's forgotten who runs this rally.
Could a blind side be in the works? Just tell me how to fight.
Everyone. Someday your son's gonna test you. It's gonna force you to make a decision.
A man must stand with his people, and we are not your people.
There is nothing you could do I won't forgive you for.
Yeah, there is.
Yellowstone, Sunday after 60 Minutes on CBS.
Brought to you locally by Erickson Jewelers.
The Baxter Family Survival Guide.
Dad, you taught us to be self-sufficient.
And yet you're all still here. Expect the unexpected.
You want money, maybe you should do what other people do.
Get my own reality show. Dad, I'm trying.
Learn to adapt.
You're gonna use a glass, right?
Fine, hand me the big one.
Last man standing.
This is home for CBS, WZMQ 19.
Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
All right, current temperature is still in that 60-degree range, so it's a little bit nice out there. Maybe a little bit of sun left in our day. We'll expect some clouds, though, this evening, especially increasing overnight, where we've got chances of showers and thunderstorms moving across the UP from west to the east side there. East side will stay a little bit drier than everybody else in the west. And with that, we could also see some humid conditions returning. I'll show you in just a moment. Showers expected, like I said, on Saturday, maybe even some thunderstorms. I will show you that in a moment here. And then that precipitation could be waking us up on Sunday morning. All right, so here we go. Where are we on the Muggy meter? Humid to very humid possible conditions there, maybe on early Sunday, and then we'll drop back down, possibly returning though on Tuesday into our Wednesday, where we'll expect temperatures maybe to even be in those low 80s. I know, crazy. Didn't we just call it fall recently? Okay, past couple of hours, we've seen some precipitation passing through over mostly on the west half of the UP to the central portions here. And as we take a look at the radar right now, getting really close to Marquette County as well as Delta County, as we can expect that to possibly head on over this evening. Like I said, those clouds should be increasing later on overnight. And as you can see way over here, yep, here it comes, that angry looking red blotches. Again, possible thunderstorms in those areas, and then heavier rain could be expected. So if you live near a river, maybe expect some possible flooding too, in case we do have heavy precipitation coming with those thunderstorms. So everything taking a ride over to the east side there around 9 a.m. on Saturday, and then we'll expect things to slow down after that. Maybe some cloud coverage for the rest of the night and drier conditions. Taking a look at our Sunday, we can expect some lingering showers over here along Lake Michigan, and a lot more activity down south there, as well as that Wisconsin border. But other than that, we are expecting to dry out on Saturday afternoon into Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. Friday, today, we've got the kickoff for Escanabas Homecoming, Marquette Senior High School visiting. Partly sunny conditions. We should be dry for this game this evening at about 7 o'clock down there in Esky. All right, tomorrow those highs warming up. We're going to see mid-70s, especially in the interior, and that's where we're going to expect to see those low 80s as well on our Sunday. Saturday, Iron Mountain, we've got that walk to end Alzheimer's. Temperature starting about 58. We're expecting, though, mostly cloudy conditions for the day. 25% chance of rain and thunderstorms during that event, so make sure you've got a jacket or umbrella, whatever you need for that. 7-day outlook for Marquette. We're expecting to dry out and seeing 80s next week.
To mark this World Heart Day, doctors want to remind everyone that women's heart health is often overlooked. Studies show women who suffer a cardiac arrest wait longer for emergency care than men. Bradley Blackburn has one survivor's story.
3 years ago, Catherine Fitzgerald was at her son's graduation party when she felt violently ill.
I couldn't breathe, and I felt like my right elbow was broken.
The attorney and mother of 3 was having a heart attack, but she says when paramedics arrived, they missed it.
I explained to them my symptoms and my pain and everything, and the paramedics said, "Oh, you're having a panic attack." And I said, "No, I'm not having a panic attack. I'm dying." And he goes, "Well, that's what people say when they're having a panic attack."
Days later, she went to the hospital on her own. She needed 2 stents, and the delay in treatment left her with permanent heart damage.
I would rather that you...
Her current cardiologist, Dr. Harmony Reynolds at NYU Langone Health, says it's a story she hears from too many women, even those who go to the ER right away.
I have heard story after story of women getting ignored in the emergency room, getting told that it almost certainly wasn't their heart, that it was probably stress.
Dr. Reynolds studied women and men who report symptoms of chest pain at emergency rooms. She found women wait longer to get care by an average of 11 minutes.
Every minute that interruption is there, heart muscle is dying.
For women, signs of heart attack can include chest pain, shortness of breath, nausea, and severe arm pain, a list Catherine says everyone should know.
Any woman that you love, a sister, a mother, a wife, know those symptoms, and if it happens to her, have her back and get her checked out.
Having the muscle to demand care could make all the difference for her heart.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, the UAW is adding thousands more auto workers to the picket lines. More details as negotiations continue with the big three automakers.
Celebrate 110 years with savings at the Kirkish Furniture Anniversary Sale. Lazy Boy recliners starting at $466. Get a free box spring with the purchase of a Restonic mattress. Free local delivery, 12-month no-interest financing. Hurry in, limited quantities.
Childcare Spark is working to create childcare solutions for the people of Marquette County. Are you interested in helping meet our community's childcare needs by starting a home-based childcare business? Apply for Childcare Spark's free program starting in October. It will provide you with childcare and business know-how and support to start a successful home-based business. For more information and to apply, use this QR code. Childcare Spark is a collaboration of these community organizations. This message provided as a public service by WZMQ TV 19.
Tonight, remembering trailblazing Senator Dianne Feinstein and her impact. Then, why families could soon have a tougher time finding affordable childcare. Plus,
potentially the Mount Everest of Union County.
A man with very modest climbing goals on the CBS Evening News.
IRS, open up. The IRS is the most feared agency in the country and has the power to seize assets, garnish wages, and even put you in jail for back taxes and unfiled tax returns. Don't be a victim. Call Kick IRS right now and let us kick those IRS problems out of your life once and for all. Our powerful team of tax experts will fight hard for you and will not stop until we've resolved your tax problems on your terms. And if you qualify, we may even reduce or eliminate your tax debt altogether. No more sleepless nights wondering when the IRS is going to come after you. Take control of your tax problems today and make the phone call. We have an A rating with the Better Business Bureau, and we offer a 100% written guarantee, so there's nothing to lose and everything to gain. The consultation is free and the phone call is free. So pick up the phone right now and kick those IRS problems out of your life once and for all.
Call 800-871-9227. That's 800-871-9227. 800-871-9227.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
The UAW is adding thousands more auto workers to the picket lines as it continues to negotiate a new contract with the big three automakers. Michael George has the latest from New York.
Auto workers at Ford's Chicago assembly plant walked out Friday, and so did UAW members at a GM plant in Lansing, Michigan. With another 7,000 members now on the picket lines, there are 25,000 workers on strike in 21 states.
Our courageous members at these two plants are the next wave of reinforcements in our fight for record contracts.
UAW President Shawn Fain did announce some progress in talks with Stellantis, the parent company of Chrysler and Jeep.
We are excited about this momentum at Stellantis and hope it continues.
The UAW is currently seeking up to a 40% raise over 4 years, as well as job and cost of living protections. The union rejected offers from automakers centered around a 20% raise.
Some of these people, these second-tier workers, they start at $16, $17 an hour. You can make that at McDonald's.
For its part, Ford says it has offered a historic contract that would change the lives of over 57,000 workers.
We still have time to reach an agreement and avert a real disaster, but not much more time given the fragility of the supply base.
The union is vowing to keep expanding the 2-week-old strike if a deal is not reached.
A double Dutch jump rope club for women 40 and over has exploded in popularity, growing into an organization of thousands nationwide. The founder started the club in 2016 when she was going through a difficult period in her life as a way to let off steam. As Natalie Brand reports, now the club exists in every major city in the U.S.
This is a zone for no men, no kids, no pets, no stress.
Each week, a growing group of friends jumps back in time when life was simpler.
Most young black girls grew up jumping double Dutch. It was a part of our culture.
Pam Robinson rediscovered her love for the hobby as an adult during a difficult period on the verge of divorce.
I was actually in the midst of a depression, and I needed to find a happy place.
Her friend Katrina Dyer-Taylor helped her find it with camaraderie and a jump rope. What started with 7 women one summer day in Chicago in 2016 has exploded into a nationwide phenomenon with more than 100 sub-clubs from coast to coast.
We're trying to make sure it's not doesn't become a lost art. The fun, the nostalgia of going out, jumping, and making new friends at our age.
Age is the only rule here. This club celebrates those who are 40 and older. Audrey Thomas is a leader of the Washington, D.C. chapter.
Women over 40 need and want some fun.
A temporary escape from adult life. And however rusty you may be, these women will show you the ropes.
When you learned of this club and you started jumping again, what did it bring back?
Oh, old members of childhood.
Yvonne Whitfield Briggs and Joan Young are in their 80s, and they wear it well.
Makes you proud to be the age you are.
A celebration of fitness, but most importantly, friendship.
A group like this makes a difference. That when you're going through something, you have people that pray for you.
40-plus Double Dutch co-founders say the women jump in for the games, but they stay for the sisterhood.
Coming up next, the Upper Goddess. Lori is back with a step-by-step process of canning tomatoes. That and more news right after this. And later, hear from American tourists in Italy as the growing fan base of Vespas continues to flood the streets. But first, here's your Upers United Volunteer Opportunity of the Day. Partridge Creek Farms is in need of volunteers to aid in multiple projects that require physical labor on the intergenerational farm site. Anyone is welcome to attend. They're asking volunteers to wear closed-toed shoes and work clothing, and if able, to bring a shovel, work gloves, measuring tape, and a gardening rig. To sign up to be a volunteer or check out other opportunities, just head to upersunited.com.
On this Friday night, we go on the road with one man on a quest for adventure, searching for the peaks of life in unexpected places. That's tonight on the...
John Donald has big reboot. And it's still John Donald, which means clean cars and great service. Come see for yourself. John Donald Marquette.
As FBI agents, we're expected to find the truth.
13 people murdered.
They called him the Golden State Killer.
The cases you know.
We found Timothy McVeigh.
The inside story you don't.
The serial sniper has struck again.
They were shooting from the back of that trunk. My blood just going cold.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
New FBI True premieres Tuesday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Someday your son's gonna test you. It's gonna force you to make a decision.
Must stand with his people. Now we are not your people.
There is nothing you could do I won't forgive you for.
Yeah, there is.
Yellowstone, Sunday after 60 Minutes on CBS.
Brought to you locally by Erickson Jewelers. Going about your business isn't easy these days. Consumer values and tastes are changing. We're here with ideas and information to help your business grow.
I need an advertising partner that meets my needs and is invested in my success. I have that partner with TV19.
Let us create the right advertising campaign that delivers for your business. Call us now at 906-362-1919. WZMQ works for you.
At John's Auto, we love our new location. Is that right? Because it lets us serve you better. What did I say?
I think so.
It's time for the Upper Goddess, and tonight Lori is presenting her step-by-step process for canning tomatoes.
Hi, I'm up to my neck in tomatoes, and I'm loving it. So we are canning tomatoes, like I do every year. Hey, Dean?
Yep.
So the first thing you want to do, I hot pack mine now because I used to cold pack them, and then sometimes the bottle would break when it would hit the hot water. So these are hot, and you get them in your jar like this. You want to leave some space here. And You want to heat your lids. You know, don't boil them, just heat them a little bit. And you're gonna put your ring on and just give it a twist. Put it in your canner. And you wanna put a teaspoon of canning salt in each jar. So you just put it in there. And then you're gonna fill your jar like I did. So I don't peel my tomatoes, Aideen.
Nope.
And I heard people gasp, like, how dare you? But I have never peeled my tomatoes, and we do not even notice the skin, hey?
No.
And there's all kinds of vitamins in that, in the skin, so why peel them? So you would want to have this little tool, which is a magnet, to get your lids out of your hot water. This you should have. So now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to process these for 45 minutes boiling. So when this is full, I'll drop it down, put the lid on, and I'll let it boil for 45 minutes. Now this is another tool, hey Dean, I went so long without having. You can lift your lids, your bottles right out of there. And it works really good on wide ones too. See? Isn't it fun? Dean, don't you want to learn?
Yeah,
Dean.
Yeah.
Come on.
I want to learn, but nothing about tomatoes.
So yeah, I got these at the fruit stand. So they still have some. They're getting pretty limited now. So the tomatoes are just about done. So give it a try. Keep smiling.
That's amazing. And American tourists in Italy are among a growing fan base of Vespa lovers who can't resist the allure of the iconic moped. CBS's Tina Kraus has more.
It's a long way from Texas, but Jeff Smith is feeling right at home as he rolls through the ancient streets of Rome in a Vespa sidecar.
As we drive down the cobblestones and drive by everybody, they wave at us. They want to whistle and scream hello.
Vespa fever is picking up speed in the Italian capital.
Nei ruggenti anni 70.
Tour guide Alessio Casu says, when I was a teenager, I couldn't afford to buy a Vespa. Now I find myself doing the most wonderful job in the world on this vehicle. Italy's longtime love affair with the Vespa dates back to the 40s, and classic films like Roman Holiday made it famous. That buzzing sound the engine makes explains its name. Vespa means wasp in Italian. And Giuseppina Serra says it's not just a way to get around town, it's a way of life.
Ah, mio nonno aveva la Vespa.
We all know someone who has one, she says. The Vespa is a part of each of us. Nunzio Bonanno was just a toddler when he sat on his first Vespa.
Ma nella Vespa
The collector says it's important to preserve the scooter as an icon of the country's enduring charm. And tours like these seem to be helping.
The highlight was to go down the cobblestone streets, to fill the bumps.
A timeless symbol of style, set to keep Rome rolling for years to come.
Ariane has one last look at your weather forecast.
What does searching for a Medicare plan feel like?
It's kind of confusing.
It's so complicated. You get tons of mail, tons of calls. It's annoying.
eHealth is a less stressful way to find health insurance. To prove it, we found people looking for a new Medicare plan, and we monitored everyone's stress. Your mission today is to find a Medicare Advantage plan that fits you. Half did it by searching the usual way. On this side, you get to use everything on the whole internet, except you can't use eHealth. The other half did it by matching with eHealth. The people on this side, you guys all get to use eHealth.com. You can even call eHealth. On your mark, get set, go find a Medicare match. And you can find your Medicare match. Give us a call or visit eHealth.com. Now let's talk about why you'd want to call eHealth. Maybe it feels like you paid too much for too little. Maybe your current plan is changing, or your needs are changing. Either way, now is the time of year you can do something about it. Compare plans that cover your doctors, your prescriptions, your pharmacy, and your budget. Compare your current plan to newer plans and compare them side by side, because eHealth carries plans from the nation's top insurance companies. The same plans at the same price as them. They pay us to help you find a match. That's how eHealth is always a free service. Now, let's check in on those two groups, searching and matching. Searching side?
I mean, this could take days.
eHealth side?
This is great. This is really slick.
For people searching the usual way, stress levels stayed high. For those using eHealth, stress went down.
It gives you the opportunity to compare side by side.
Of the top 3, I found 2 that were better than the ones I got.
It's looking like they could possibly save me quite a bit of money.
Compare all-in-one plans, all in one place. eHealth.
Call 1-800-428-0126 to compare Medicare plans in your area or visit eHealth.com.
eHealth, your Medicare matchmaker.
Well, that sun is starting to set, but we're still a little cozy in that 60-degree range. We'll drop down into the mid-50s this evening. And then taking a look at this weekend, we can expect some showers and thunderstorms across the UP starting in the west, and then those temperatures rising up even further on our Sunday. Very toasty temps expected in the interior. Our 7-day outlook for Escanaba, gradual sunshine on Sunday, still nice and toasty next week.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight. That's all the time we have. We'll see you right back here at 11.